known around the internet as Jamie's Swamp, or the home of Jamie the Cleaner. We're about to check out his garage. Apparently he has been working on it all week, trying to make it clean and presentable for me. I'm sure he's done a great job, but he wants me to check it out with a very critical eye that can make his detailing just a little bit better. So let's go out of the bus and check out the Jamie the Cleaner studio. So it's almost spring here, so there's no leaves on the trees, but Jamie's done a great job. He actually trimmed that tree a little bit so the bus would fit in his driveway. So thank you very much, Jamie, for that. And let's go knock on the door. We see the famous Telluride that has many different coatings on it that he's tried different things on, and we might be trying something out on it as well. So let's knock on the door, see if there's a Jamie on the other side. And by the way, if you watch his shorts, you'll see that he renovated his driveway for us. He's got a new tile down there. Thank you, Jamie. Oh, hear the house door opening, and there we go. How you doing, Jamie?
Welcome.
Nice
to the
to
Cleaner
see you,
Studio. How's it going? Yeah,
excellent. Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
So this is the Jamie the Cleaner Studio.
This
the
is
Cleaner Studio.
Yep, this is it. This is my humble abode. I've been a professional detailer, I think, since the end of COVID. So 2020, it was time. You know, a lot of people, you know, kind of the mind flip switched to start your own thing, do your own thing. I followed suit, started the detail business. So I turned my whole studio, whole garage space into a detail studio. Not quite a full shop, but it's worked out here in the swamp. I have a town of Shatta here is about 1,600 population.
Yep, very small town.
Yep, very small. Try and pick people from, we got Shreveport about 45 minutes away, Natchitoches about 30 minutes away, or 45 hours away, whatever way. But yeah, kind of a smaller pool to fish from. So garage studio works best for me.
Right, but now he's switched gears slightly with the House of Rags.
The House of Rags.
Yeah.
So my garage was in pretty rough shape before you got here. I'm not gonna lie. I've spent about a week now making it a little pretty, dusting a little bit. You still see some cobwebs somewhere, but I prettied it up for you. I haven't even got a new cabinet. It was old and rusty. So
excellent.
But it's the perfect time for you to come check it out because we're about to get back in the detail season. So I'm gonna start taking clients again, especially my maintenance clients and that kind of deal. So you're here to audit, see if you can increase some efficiency in here, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, first thing I don't see is an air conditioner. You're in the swamp. Come on, Jamie.
Unfortunately, yeah. No AC. I did attempt with this thing. I guess we'll start on this side and go that way, but this thing is it was a heater, cooler. It kind of burn up, so it's kind of just decoration.
And
now.
they're pretty useless.
They're pretty useless. Yeah, they don't do much and nothing. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately, a mini split.
A mini split is what
they're inexpensive. You can usually pick them up $600-700.
Yeah,
and that will heat and cool. Do a great job just removing the humidity. You've got a beautiful spot
beautiful
for it
spot for it right there.
Yeah.
One day, Ivan. One day.
One day.
One day for sure.
So, talking about organization, we have the pressure washer.
Yep, pressure washer setup, AR Blue 630.
Yeah.
I made my own custom
shelf.
Pressure washer shelf. If you buy this directly, you know, this is Husky. If you buy this direct from Home Depot,
it
is a real flimsy shelf. So I had to reinforce it, make sure it was good and steady because this thing weighs like 100 pounds. It's real heavy.
They're not exactly light.
No.
But a very good machine. One of my favorite pressure washers.
Yes. So my swamp water, you can see it's turning it green and rusting on the bottom. I've actually had to rebuild this whole thing. It's died on me once, but the good thing about it is you can rebuild it.
Yeah.
Can't rebuild, you know, the Ryobi's or nothing. I've had it about 2 years now. This was actually an Eddie Cologne hand-me-down.
Okay.
This was originally his, sent it over to me.
Yeah.
I just changed the oil in it, used it for about 6 months. It kind of messed up. I rebuilt the whole reloader and that kind of deal.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got a 100-foot hose.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is, Cobra Jet or something. Or
yeah.
It's a good one.
We'd have to ask Keeve.
We'd have to ask Keeve.
He'd just look at it and tell you exactly what it is and all the
I
specs.
just bought the 100-foot hose and the good reel. It was like a package.
Yep.
Did that. Runs through the Flexzilla hose into the good old CR spotless system.
Yep.
That is not working. It only works. I only refill this, and it only works about June, July, August. Through the hottest months of the year. It's the only time I bother kind of refilling it and using it because you need it then.
Yeah, and you've got
can
fairly
see.
high TDS water.
Yeah, you can see there.
489, not bad.
It's pretty low today.
Yeah.
It's usually a little bit above 500.
So at the shop in Omaha, we have a little over 500 most of the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's about what I run most of the time.
Now, one thing I
just keep it
see,
set up.
yeah, one thing that I can see that you can vastly improve here. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Pause for the calls. Oh. Changing out the phone cans.
Yeah. And then, with this one, you might want to send it to Kiev.
Yeah.
You can do a drop test
You can do
on
a
it,
drop
use it
test
for
on
that.
it.
But
Yeah.
no, they're not a bad foam cannon.
No, this is a pretty good phone can.
But the Quiver, I find, is a much better foam cannon.
Oh, it's you can't beat the price.
No.
It's literally half the price of this one almost. And,
Yeah.
it's going to last you.
Yeah, and the bottle fits on easier, and all sorts of little things there. So
Yeah, all sorts of little things there.
you've got an electrical
Other than that, yeah,
cord
I got
reel
a
there.
100-foot cord, as we just had to trim some trees so you could get in the driveway.
Yeah.
So it's real good to go wherever I need it. Same with the hose. I want it to be able to, in case someone like you pulls up with a bus, I even have a little lane here. I usually will do work trucks and farm trucks, have some poo on them.
Yeah.
Make sure it doesn't get in the driveway.
Right.
Keep it over there and the rain will kind of knock it off the rocks.
Excellent.
This is the AC unit, the real
swamp
AC
cooler,
unit
yeah.
of the Cleaner Studio, old Harbor Freight little fan. I might upgrade it this year to a bigger one for sure.
Yeah.
Move a little air.
Ego blower.
Of course, you see the bucket with the mitt on a stick Pro.
Yeah. Now,
Whatever it is, Pro Plus.
The pink is to go with.
That's right. It goes with the style. So Grit Guard actually sent me this. Good company, USA made.
Yeah.
They saw my profile, pink stuff. And they're like,
Yeah.
we're going to send you a pink bucket. So they hooked me up with that for sure.
Excellent.
Autofiber hooked me up with the mitt on a stick Pro
Yeah.
Plus, and we sell them in the house. Moving on. This is the microfiber cabinet.
Oh, this is his favorite cabinet.
This is my favorite.
The guy is addicted to microfibers.
I am. You can see we got some good old DIY
Drying
blankets
blankets,
right on
yeah.
the top. We got a bunch of test samples, prototype towels in here, Ivan.
Yeah.
We actually do have a bunch of them, from mitts to glass towels here to actually drying towels. This was a prototype Diva towel.
Yeah.
But that's the drying towel in the wash mitt section, applicators. This is the twist loop section,
Yep.
glass cleaners. This is the interior and then fluffy towel section.
Beautiful.
Down here we just got extra bits, kind of mitt on a stick. We got a clay towel for the mitt on a stick. These are like coating towels that you wash and downgrade.
Yep.
So tires or whatever. Got like a bug scrubber flip, kind of the tools.
Yeah, the
all
wheel
the way
blade.
from
or
barrel blades,
sorry.
whatever the reacher tools from Stoner and Auto Fiber,
Excellent.
and the drip catcher.
Yeah.
Great
and then
towel.
overstock towels on the bottom.
Yeah, overstock on the bottom. These are our new fancy bags, kind of our finalized packaging.
Yep.
With all our towels at the house, overstock down there. Ooh, got some terry cloths for steam cleaning seats
Cotton,
and that kind of
yeah.
deal. Yep. Great dry extraction kind of
And
towels.
wait a second here.
What you got?
Well, this is one I've never seen before.
Oh yeah, it's a prototype.
Ooh.
It's a prototype.
So like a diamond huck weave.
Yeah, I can't say nothing about it right now, Ivan. But
Okay.
it's coming down the
Well,
road,
in that
and,
case-
and it might be proprietary.
Well,
weave
it looks
and
very
blend.
proprietary.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, you'll get to test it out for sure. Give
Yeah.
me your thoughts on it. Oh, got to have the sun hats
Yep.
here during the May summer months. May, June,
Now,
July,
do you
August.
wet them?
No, I'm usually wet.
Oh, okay.
I'm the one wet, and then the
Okay.
hat just does its thing. This one actually has fans on it. Found this one on TikTok.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it has little fans on
Yeah.
it. Kind of deal.
Did they work?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah.
Ego blower, of
Like
course.
most TikTok items.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
look
yeah,
good,
like
but
most TikTok
Yeah.
items, that kind of deal. This is kind of the main hub. Where,
yeah. So this is the homeowner hub.
homeowner hub.
We have the tools. We have a little rack with coatings there.
Little rack with coatings. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are usually open bottles,
Yeah.
and then these are closed bottles. So we
Right.
have a mix in here of all stuff from test bottles to brands I'm testing.
Yep.
Aquatech and a detail lab. Got garage therapies in the house, clean tools in the house, and Azio. So just a smorgasbord of coatings right there.
Yep.
Scan grips, brushes. This one is kind of a junk drawer. Just throw whatever you
Okay.
got in there. You don't want to look in there, Sylvie. This one's kind of a junk drawer as well.
Yep.
What's in this one? Oh, this is overstock chemicals.
Yep.
Chemicals we got in the house from Kati Bug, Garage Therapy,
Yeah.
Chemex.
So, your new role that you've
Coating towels and applicators.
Yeah, that you've taken on with the House of Rags.
Yes.
Not only you detailing, and you'll probably be doing less and less detailing and more product
I basically
development.
haven't detailed in like 6 months. At this point, but
exactly. Yeah.
Looking
So
to
product
get
development,
back to
product
it.
testing. So your customers are going to become test subjects, basically.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Whether they know it or not.
Yeah, they were already test subjects. So they know what's up. But yeah, I got the coating, got the compounds, polishes, panel wipes that aren't out yet. Can't see that side. He'll get mad at me.
Yeah.
Got the beautiful new
Cord-free polishers.
cord-free DIY polishers. Got the chargers over there.
Yeah.
So we got those ready to go. I kind of DIY'd up the studio for you, Ivan. So
Okay, well,
hopefully
thank
that
you.
earns me some points. Tripod, trash can. Got to have a good trash can.
Yeah.
Can't forget the Viper chair. You know, it's pretty good.
Certifications.
It does roll away on me sometimes. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. Certifications, you know.
And your
it's good.
license to operate.
Yep, license to operate, that kind of deal. You know, just coating certification. If someone's like, "Are you certified?" or something, bang, there it is.
There you go. Yeah, very important as well. A fire extinguisher.
Very important.
Yeah.
Yes, because some vehicles come in here that are a little
It's sketchy.
sketchy.
Yeah.
Fire extinguisher, very important.
Platforms, one for either side of the vehicle.
Yes. So this section is going to be. This is my main chemical cabinet
Okay.
with stock products that we have in the house.
Yep.
Down here are ones that are testing, making their way into the house, that kind of deal. This is a brand new cabinet.
Ooh.
So my last one had so many products in it, it was bursting at the seams. I couldn't close the door, so I did a major clean out. The cabinet was rusty. I had that one for a long time, so it lasted me a long time. Gladiator from Lowe's. This one's a Husky Pro.
Yeah.
Has a nice pull-out shelf. I might take my coating drawer and move it to this one because it's a lot more roomy.
Yep.
So right now it doesn't have much in it. I literally just put this here this morning.
Okay.
So it's brand new cabinet, but it came with this. Got the Detail Co products up there.
Excellent.
Got all the good stuff
Yeah.
that we have in the house. So chemical
Beautiful.
cabinet.
Yep.
You don't want a chemical cabinet as a normal professional detailer, do you, Ivan?
One.
One.
Yeah. So you've got the one over there. So in our shop, that was the size of our cabinet that held our towel inventory and our chemical inventory.
Yeah.
For 10 people.
Nice.
Yeah. That was it.
Yep.
There's no other.
So I'm getting flagged for this, but
No,
it's also part of my job.
Right. You have a extenuating circumstance.
Yeah. And I even made this big. It was like probably like that big of a cabinet, and then I expanded it because Eddie always adding more to the house, so you can't keep up. So yeah.
And the House of Rags has a great selection.
Yeah, great selection. A bunch of brands you've probably never heard of. Gorilla ladders. These are some of the best things you can buy.
So I have both the Gorilla and the Werner from Lowe's.
Oh, really?
And having tried the Werner, I wouldn't buy another Gorilla.
Really?
Yeah, just the ease of use.
Okay.
Other than they're both stable. They're both good. They're both the same price.
Yeah.
If you have a local Home Depot and you don't have a Lowe's, get the one from Home Depot.
Yeah.
The Gorilla is a great one, but the Werner just takes the ease of use up a notch. They're both one is as solid as the other. They're both functional.
These have got clunkier over the. I started buying these when these were on sale at Home Depot. Every Black Friday they were $20.
Yeah.
I'd buy like 4 every year just to buy them. Now they won't go under like 45 or 50.
Yeah.
So now they're pretty expensive, but used to Black Friday you could get them $20 a pop and they work fantastic. Just grease the whatchamadoodles and they would work great. But yeah, they do seem quality has dropped.
Yeah.
And prices went up. As with pretty much everything. This is my laundry basket.
Yep.
Dirty towel, chunk it over here, and then it goes right in the door to be washed. This thing,
Spare sprayers.
this is all kind of stuff. So I need plenty of sprayers for all my chemicals.
Yep.
And you know how sprayers work. Sometimes they go bad, so I just pop it off. That kind of deal. This is like carpet brushes.
The dog hair drawer.
All kind of brushes. We got original pet stones. We got the fur eels. We got the lilies. We got a random clay sponge and clay in here. And carpet brushes.
Yep.
This one is got some bio bombs in here. We got some, these are new to the house, New York Foam Kings. All the detail swabs kind of deal. The applicators, and then overstock kind of fresh pads.
Yep.
This one is
the Foam Kings.
The New York Foam Kings, bio bombs. This is from Conway in the Facebook group. He started making these little scent lockers. So you take your bar, flop it in there, and then you have a contained space. Bio Bombs also has the little baggie.
Yep.
And of course, the Bio Bomb VDK. Love those things. Gotta have a stock on Bio Bombs in my opinion. Coating caddy. Sanding disc. This is the new Carpo sanding disc.
Yep.
All the rage right now. Definitely don't sleep on them. They're awesome. All right, let's go to the other side. Oh, this
Pizza oven.
pizza oven.
Yeah, no.
I hustle pizzas on Tuesday, so you just bust them out, put them in a box.
Yeah.
This is the thinking chair. This is if paint correction's not going well, you just got to sit down for a little while.
The thinking chair actually is an important part of a detailing studio.
Bonus point.
Yes.
There you go.
That one doesn't look too comfortable.
It's not. No. Maybe upgrade the thinking chair.
But you know, a good comfortable chair is good. You've been polishing for a couple hours. You just want to have a little beverage, sit down, think about it, look at the car, refresh your memory at the same time. Just, okay, where am I going? What have I done? And
I've literally like been working on a car and can't get it to go right, and then just set back, take a break, come back. Didn't change nothing.
No.
Just took a break and everything started working right.
Yeah.
So I don't. Paint correction can be a tricky, weird process sometimes. This is the pneumatic area.
Yep.
This is my mat table with extra Swiss tracks for when
Cleaning the mats.
the driveway needs
updating.
This table's for the mats.
Yeah.
Those are for the potholes. Cobalt 26 gallon, 4.5 SCFM, 90 PSI. Don't want to get that wrong. Internet hates it when you get that stuff wrong.
Yeah.
But I've had this for a couple years now. It's been amazing.
Yeah,
Super quiet.
Yeah, it's one of the quiet ones.
I had a Harbor Freight. Don't buy. Well, I think the Fortress are pretty good now.
That's what I have in the bus. So the Fortress, their quiet one is, same level, but also same price range.
I bought my Harbor Freight when they didn't have the big Fortresses yet. They had the blue ones.
We're gonna make a lot of noise and a bit of air. And
that was the best they had when I bought it. So like 5-6 years ago, and it would run you. You couldn't stay in here. It was miserable.
Good air reel.
Harbor Freight air reel. Diablo has never let me down. That thing was like $30.
Yeah.
Works all the time.
50 feet.
I don't know. I think so.
Will it reach as far as the pressure washer, or just half the distance?
No, it reaches just right outside the garage.
Okay.
So it's mainly for interiors and stuff.
Refugee from the light. Yes.
Correction light.
Yep.
Helps you out a little bit. It's not the best light in the world, but it gets the job done.
Refugee from the house, a freezer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Trying, need a spot for it.
Yeah.
Wife won't put it inside. Got to put it in the corner.
More pneumatic
Pneumatic
tools.
tools, air blaster blowers down here, extra pieces, tire thingy.
Yep.
And then this one's like the Detail Labs vacuum blower attachment. Does it both. Oh, and can't forget the sander.
Yeah.
That thing's awesome. Pneumatic sander, good to have. This is I don't even know what this section is. We might have to fix this up, but
you seem to have your carpet extractor and steamer there.
Yeah, I used to use the carpet extractor's terrible. It's ancient. It's like 10 years old. But I got them down there. The steamer's awesome. Dupre steamer. Just use a little bitty steamer. Works perfect for all I need.
Yep.
The U.S. General cart. This was my polishing cart.
Yep.
But you can see all the polish splatter on it. But then it just turned into kind of the random mechanic cart that just holds these two things and gets a bunch of dust on it. So it's not doing too much these days, but that's my toolbox. I'm definitely not trying to turn this into a mechanic shop. So I limit myself to one box and just tinker around on.
Trying to get away from the mechanic
shop. I'm definitely not a mechanic. So that kind of deal. This is my rack. Ivan probably hates it.
Yep.
This was a Home Depot rack too. I don't remember what it's called, but got it a good deal one year.
Yeah.
And mostly, it tends to collect, family junk and stuff, but I just cleaned it out big time.
Yeah.
But it holds my gallons and my
Right.
5-gallon pail of degreaser. This is overstock pads. Got clay towels drying on top of it. Got the collection of Target water. Got to have Target water at all times.
And the Target water is basically distilled water for the steamer, but around here, that's the least expensive place you can buy it.
The quality.
The quality of the water is just as distilled as anybody else's.
Down here is very important. The canopy.
Yep.
Got to have that ready to go. Usually busted out again in the summer months.
Yep.
Set it up right out there. Kind of extend the garage. Up here, these are very underrated to have.
A booster pack. Yeah.
Booster pack, trickle charger.
Get
them, keep them new, that kind of deal. Because these will save you.
Good collection of gloves.
Yes, I actually need to restock my black gloves, but we got plenty of 5mm blue gloves. I usually use these for interior and black for exterior.
Yep. And the Harbor Freight glove holder, magnetic glove holder.
Yeah, I got the glove holder. Usually has some black gloves in it. Guess we can put the blue gloves in it for now since I'm out.
Yeah.
Crocodile wipes. I use these to wipe polishers. I wiped all the cabinets down with them.
Okay.
They're fantastic. I mean, they take off polish off the, it's hard to get the polish off polish.
Yeah.
It's pretty tricky. These work fantastic.
Yeah.
Clean them up real nice. These are all dirty pads that I'll just come find one I want to use and then clean the one and then just go to work. It's generally how it works. Got air fresheners. This is the mats, paper mats. I like that. You like paper mats? What do you think?
We use the sticky plastic ones, like the
That's a
customer must remove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those.
It just looks a little more professional. They stay in place. If they get wet, they don't create a mess.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Up here is the canopy walls and junk.
Yeah.
And extra towels, extra basket. Now this is where I tried to win bonus points with Ivan. Big
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see that.
I decked him out with the DIY detail bottles.
Yeah. Very good.
Come over here. We got rinseless V1, rinseless V2, iconic.
Yeah.
C6 mist.
Yep.
And you may be wondering what this is for. This is for some wax. But I'm not putting it there until Ivan proves me wrong about wax. So we'll see this week how this wax situation goes. But
I think he has a previous traumatic experience when it comes to wax.
I do, actually.
We'll try to get him over that.
I definitely have a traumatic thing when it comes to wax.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there used to be a turtle wax can that just sat on my porch growing up, and it just sat in
Oh,
the
yeah,
sun,
no. I understand your trauma.
It was just nasty.
Yeah. It was there. It was hard as a rock.
Oh, so hard to
I think
remove.
what was in it was harder than the can, and it was a metal can.
Yeah.
And then
and
that applicator that sat under that plastic thing, and
Yep.
it was crusty, and
Oh man, that thing haunts my dreams
Yeah.
for sure. Another polisher rack. Got
Yep.
the palm sander. I use this to apply C6 app.
Yep.
So,
Little palm sander,
little palm sander,
another rotary.
from Harbor Freight. I actually love this rotary.
Yeah, the Flex Pixie, great tool.
Yep, Pixie. Use that thing. It's probably my most used polisher for sure. I love that thing. We got the Metro Vac, which is a vacuum and blower.
Yep.
It's got a long hose on it.
Right.
I love this thing. Eddie suggested it, and for years, I just used whatever vacuums were on sale, usually around Black Friday and buy.
Yeah.
But he said, get it, and you won't regret it. And I haven't regretted it. It's like as strong as like.
Oh, they are, especially when you put both motors on.
Yeah. As you pull up, to the car wash vacuums, you will go through the tunnel, and it's basically as strong as they are.
Yeah.
It's really strong, so it really is worth the money. Lasted a long time. It's bagged, so you don't have all the crap when you're cleaning out these kind of deals.
Yep.
This is my extractor, is why I have this here.
Yeah.
So this is for when I get some real dirty mats. I usually call it the hammer method.
Yep.
And I still, really clean them out and then suck them dry with that, let them sit in the sun, dry out, that kind of deal. Never use it for seats or nothing.
Yep.
Just kind of stick the dry extraction.
Good.
This thing is a remnant that used to be in the house, and my wife didn't want it in the house
moved,
anymore. And I was like, well, I still like it. So I put it out here. It's custom made.
Yep.
Cedar wood kind of deal. It was made to hold chargers, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
Go behind the couch. It now holds IK sprayers, and this one, and this is my Wi-Fi. And then under it is a collection of buckets.
Yep.
Sponges and brushes and IK sprayers.
Yep.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, the Foam Pro 12, you can't get away from that one.
No. Can't get away from it.
Yep.
Got a battery multi-sprayer.
Yeah. You got a
Franco shifter.
Shifter, yeah.
Yep. One day, Franco, I will install this. I promise, Franco. One day.
Try to get it done while I'm here.
Yeah. I got the sandbags for when you put up canopy. You got to have some sandbags.
Yeah,
Don't trust.
Or else you have a canopy flying
through the air. Yeah. It don't even take that big of a breeze. Just a little breeze, and that thing goes flying.
Yep.
And then we have the wash cart.
Right.
Finish it off here. We've got the Husky carts, lasting me a long time. It's rusty, it's crusty,
yep.
but it still gets the job done. I added a brush holder.
Yep.
Added a gun holder.
Right.
And this is my shopping cart, so I shop around.
Yeah.
And then we go out there and we wash a vehicle.
Yeah, and we've seen this cart on numerous Jamie the Cleaner videos.
Indeed.
Yeah. This though. I just saw this at MTE.
Yep,
but,
that is the brand new.
So the new IKE foamer.
Foam Pro 2.
Yeah, so very nice.
It's charged up, so don't hit the button.
Yeah, no.
It's fully charged up with some all clean in it. I have it ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. No, great tool. And, when will they be in the house?
Should be just a couple weeks.
Oh, cool.
Mid to late March.
Okay.
We're going to be there already.
Yeah.
But there was a slight delay. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Now, one suggestion for this cart.
Yes.
You said this is your wash cart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. if we were to cut an 11 3/8 hole in here, you already
Yes.
put a hole here for drainage.
Yes,
Good
sure
point.
did, sure
Good
did.
there. But if we were to cut an 11 3/8 hole,
Yep.
any 5-gallon bucket will just drop in, not fall through, just drop in,
Yep.
and be a comfortable height for washing instead of
Exactly.
bending over all the
Yep.
time.
Definitely need to do that for sure.
We can do that.
That
this
would be
week.
tremendous. There we
And
go.
added holes in the bottom, very good.
Yep. I
Yep.
drilled some holes for drainage because this thing will fill up with water real quick.
Yep.
And yeah, clean it out, get all the chemicals off of it. All right, so we're gonna add a hole.
Yep.
What else are we doing, Ivan?
Well, for me, this could probably be condensed into that. Possibly. Just suggestions here.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, the cleaner studio is wider than it is long,
yes.
which can present problems, especially on a colder day or a hotter day. When you get that AC,
Hangs out
you'll
the back.
want to have the door closed.
Yep.
And you also get better lighting when the door is closed.
Yep.
So one thing that I'm seeing is thinking slightly outside of the box at a 45-degree angle. If we bring the car in here, put it at a bit of an angle,
Yep.
that new cabinet you just put in,
Yep.
we would move it over to here. And then this,
Yep.
we can, that cabinet would almost fit where the mechanics cart is.
Sure would.
Not much. If we get rid of the garbage can from there, move it, get rid of that one there. Now we have space that you can get around the front end of a vehicle.
Yep.
Have more space for those longer vehicles to keep the heat or cool inside.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, that's big. Yeah, the
Yeah.
pizza oven really takes away from my space in here.
Oh, it takes 2 feet away from your space
good
at all
48
times.
inches.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, and
yep,
it's
for
not
sure.
moving.
Nope.
No. It's sort of a structural element of the house.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yep, that's why I've
in
never-
case of tornadoes, huddle the pizza oven.
It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
That's why I don't feel too bad about just putting this big old cabinet beside it. I mean, it's already taking up space, but that is a really good point. Trying to condense it down, move it over there, because I have done that.
Yeah.
And you're right. Right here, the car butts up like right here.
Yeah.
So there's no space to walk around the car.
Right.
So you're exactly right. I've definitely done it before.
So if we were to
and
move
encountered
that,
problem.
if we look at the width of that and we look at the width of that, there's actually a possibility of squeezing that in where the mechanics cart is.
Yep.
Having the mechanics cart over here that if you need to, you can move it back into the corner.
Yep.
That would be one thing. Another upgrade, definitely the chair. Got to
Definitely.
change the chair. That is at best a disposable campfire chair that if you get embers from the fire on it and they melt through, you're not really concerned about it.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah, definitely. $10 special at
Yeah.
wherever.
But the good point about it is you're not that
That's for
comfortable
sure.
that you're going to fall asleep in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
you're definitely you're not getting comfortable in that chair
Yeah.
for sure.
Other than that, I know it's a family heirloom, but any horizontal surface
Yeah,
accumulates crap.
Yep.
And not saying that what's
So
on there
we
is crap.
have kind of 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 horizontal
Now,
surfaces.
you
pretty
said
much.
that you spent a couple days cleaning up. What did these surfaces look like before?
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
That
Did you
was-
find stuff you hadn't seen in a year?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Which is normally the case. You find stuff that you haven't seen in a little bit of time.
Yeah, I was finding all kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that collects any mail that comes in. I just throw it right there, unpack a box, and that fills up super quick.
Yeah.
That it just gets dusty and fills up with whatever I used recently. I just throw it over there,
Yeah.
and that's about it. Just a bunch of junk.
Yeah, and that shelf again, it's taking up a lot of space.
Yep,
And
it
if you
is.
look at the space that's being used on it, there's not that much.
Right.
We could, I have the tools. If we wanted to, we could actually eliminate this one and that one, leave the two upper ones, and put it right here.
Oh, interesting.
So we might have to move the Diablo over
Yep,
to,
yep, yep.
to here, but not a big deal.
No.
We can attach to there, and that way it gives you, at least the two top shelves,
Yep.
maybe three. We might be able to boost it up a little bit, but it gives you that, and at the same time, now you're gaining space.
Yeah, that's very true.
And
Wow.
if we look at the length of your garage this way, if you really wanted to, you could bring your car in,
Yep.
get some go jacks, move the back end around.
I've never thought about that. I've
And-
seen them.
Yeah.
I've never thought about actually getting them. Wow. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
so put some go jacks. It's
Yeah.
easy to flip it in, and then you've got more space. since you'll be producing probably a little more content than the Jamie the Cleaner days for the House of Rags, that might be a good thing.
Pretty good.
Because the garage door, yours isn't insulated. By the way, they're very easy to insulate.
Okay.
Cutting down on noise, but also cutting down on heat or cooling, depending on what temperature we're at.
Yep.
And by insulating it, we can also paint it white, the insulation.
Okay.
And then we have a nice, reflective area.
Yeah, that's another thing we didn't hit on was the color of the walls. I have 3 colors in here, Ivan.
Yeah.
Because I painted this side black. I was like, black's cool. It's so dark on this side of the garage.
Cool. Yeah.
So it's miserable on this side of the garage. Yeah.
So my shops, the walls were white, the floors were white, and the ceiling was white.
Nice.
We had a nice little stripe, 6 inches. That was about it. Well, on a 20-inch wall, a 6-inch stripe isn't that big.
No.
It was 1 block because it was cement blocks.
Okay.
So 1 block high is roughly 6 inches. But yeah, painting this a white would increase or reduce the need to increase your lighting.
Yeah.
And at the same time, for filming, it's better, it's more even. The DIY studio, we have all white wall. Well, we have the white wall, which is our main wall.
Yeah.
The other ones are just bare concrete because we want to keep that prison. You call it the prison, prison-like look. No, but it's a
dungeon.
It's a historic building.
Yeah.
And we don't want to mess with that.
Okay.
So
I like that.
it's got that vibe. It's got that feel. Like even we have the speed bump in the floor for the water that it can't get to the drain. The drain is beautiful. It works great. But there's a little speed bump in the floor that
it keeps it from getting.
Yeah, Nick has to be squeegeing all the time.
Yeah.
Now you have the Swiss tracks.
This is the budget Swiss tracks.
Okay, the budget Swiss tracks.
Vivors Swiss tracks.
Okay,
yes. You'll see so this is a Swiss track sample, and so this is a much tougher, bigger tile than what we have on the ground.
Right.
So these are way more flexible. Actually, when the sun comes out, these up here start coming up. Yeah, they buckle a little bit.
Yeah.
So they're not as tough, but
so do
definitely
these, by the way.
budget friendly. Oh, they will?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go then.
Plastic is plastic.
Plastic
it will expand and contract.
Yeah.
But these, when's the last time you removed these to check?
Never. Installed them about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And set it and forget it.
Yeah, so the reason, so we had Swiss tracks in the previous DIY detail studio, and the reason we don't have them in the new one is mold.
Mold.
Yeah. It tends to accumulate. It likes these things. It holds in moisture.
This is very
and you're
true.
in, we'll call it a swampy environment.
Definitely.
Western Louisiana. It's not that swampy. He's exaggerating. He's at least 100 miles from the Mississippi River. So,
it's swampy.
Yeah. But
yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah, these were a big improvement from epoxy.
Yeah,
you can see through them. I had some epoxy. I was slipping and sliding
on
the epoxy, so these helped out a lot there.
Right,
especially rinseless washing.
Yeah. If but you do most of your washing outside.
Most of it, yeah.
Okay, so that is an advantage. But if you're actually washing on the
here, yeah.
But I do suggest if you have this type of floor, whether it be Vivor or whether it be Swiss tracks or race tracks or race deck, whether any type, at least once a year, move everything up.
Good idea.
And another thing is, at least once a year, move everything out of the garage, not just the floor. And then when you're bringing stuff back in, going, wait a minute.
Does this really need to go back in?
Yeah, and I haven't used this in the last X amount of months or years. And then, find an appropriate place for it.
Yeah.
I know this is otherwise known as Foam Town, USA. So having multiple foam cannons is important, but it's something that needs to be considered.
Yeah. On this wall, I painted a gray.
Yeah.
What do you think about gray? Kind of in the middle there.
Kind of in the middle. I'm definitely not a fan of black. So
better than black.
Yeah, black especially for paint correction. Like it just sucks all the light out of the room, no matter what you do.
It is amazing how much darker that side of the room is.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Gray is good, but a lighter tone would be even better. The beige.
This was the original color. So I haven't remodeled this whole section yet because it would involve obviously unmounting.
Removing, all of that.
This. But I'm taking the ribs off, gaining back kind of this ½ inch. I don't know what this was here.
That's just
design-wise from the 70s or 80s or whatever. But those you can see I took all of them off the wall, so I gained a ½ inch back there.
Yeah.
But eventually I'm going to finish this side, and as you can see, I'm playing around with colors. So
when you're trying to gain ½ an inch.
Yep.
Yeah. Now the water is coming in from outside.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I do not have an internal, whatever.
Okay, spigot here.
Spigot. Yeah, it goes around the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a problem.
Not a problem.
No.
There we go. Yeah, I have a 100-foot hose I run
Okay.
through another 100-foot hose. So
Yeah.
I'll probably lose some water pressure there, but
Not much.
okay, cool.
The pressure washer takes care of it from
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It sucks it up.
And then the cleaner studio.
Yep.
That needs to stay.
Yeah, I
Maybe
did.
add a House of Rags one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I took off, you get to a spot where you're putting up everyone's banner and that kind of deal. So you can see I unbranded kind of the whole studio and
Yeah.
only myself.
So as a professional detailer,
Besides this, there are stickers left, but I am going to change these cabinets.
Right.
As you can see, I'm upgrading to the heavy duty.
well, not only that, for yourself, before the House of Rags, as a professional detailer, the only brand you should be showing is your own in all your social media. Now, Jamie was, because of the channel, testing all sorts of different products, and now you're, testing even more products, but you're selling them as well. So having some of those brands back might not be a bad thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when people are watching your content, it distracts because he's got
on
that
that
band.
side?
Yeah,
What's on
yeah,
that side?
exactly.
Yeah.
So, and when they're watching Jamie's content, they're learning because you have great educational content. Not only is this content fun and enjoyable, and he has a way of holding the camera that I'm going to discover this week. No one's ever seen it, but I'm going to try to film it because there's a lot of content creators go like, how does he do it? He's filming, he's flipping, all that. And it's as if he has a camera person, but I know he doesn't have one.
No.
So we'll figure that one
camera
out.
person.
But other than that, no, great job. Big things, paint the walls white.
Walls white. Or brighten it up at least a little bit, huh?
Move that cabinet, if at all possible. Get rid of that one.
Yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense.
If we can move it into the corner,
Yep.
that would help a lot.
Yep. Okay.
And upgrade the chair.
Yep. And lights. We forgot
More,
about lights.
more,
Harbor Freight
more.
lights.
Yeah, there's never enough light.
Never enough light.
You definitely don't have enough here.
Yep.
but-
But let's put the door down and see.
Yeah.
At least see it full blast.
Okay.
Because I do have this one I cover up. So this is it, kind of full
Yeah.
blast. Harbor Freight lighting.
Yeah. So like every good garage, where the door is, you've got a black hole. Like
Yeah.
If we look at, even if we just look at the floor, it's darker over there.
Yep, for sure.
One thing that we did in the previous DIY detail studio is LED strip lights. We mounted them under here.
Oh, okay.
And just when you open and close the door, you unplug it.
Yep.
So in your case, you've got a reinforcement here. You've got one lower down. You can buy these reinforcements, and I would actually put another one at this level.
Okay.
And by adding that reinforcement in, that's where I put the light. So it shines easily on the side of the vehicle, but without having the problem of, in the eyes of the camera.
Yep.
And then yes, on the ceiling, more and more light.
Yep.
The other thing that can be done, the garage door opener, Ben and Beta just installed a side-mounted garage door opener.
I've been looking into them, yep.
Yeah, they're quieter, so not a big deal there. But it allows you more of an open ceiling.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you normally work with the door open.
Yeah, for sure.
For filming, and actually for better control of your environment, especially when you get that mini split mounted right there.
Yep.
Once you get that mini split, or actually the mini split could go on the other wall too, since your electricity's over there. That might be a consideration.
Yep. Good point.
But nonetheless, once you have the mini split in here, you'll want to have the door closed.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
getting rid of this dark hole here.
If you're back here at the back of if a vehicle does fit in here and I get back here, you can't see nothing.
No.
In this area.
You need the headlights and you need the scan grips and all that.
Yep.
The goal is to try to eliminate as much of that as possible.
All right, Ivan. Well, we'll work on these improvements, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. And if you'd like to see me doing this to your garage, send a message to Jamie at thehouseofrags.com.
We'll set it up.
Yeah.
That's all we got for this one.
Jamie definitely gets a passing grade in his garage. Few things I would change. Better lighting, obviously. Insulate the garage door, get some heating and cooling, and moving a few things around so he has a little more space. Other than that, great job, Jamie. Now, if you'd like me to stop in and see your garage, let me know. We might make this a regular series here on the Deep Dive. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, leave them below, and we'll see you in the next garage tour.